Today, I'm diving into Zego Insurance Services and giving you my honest review based on real user experience. Zego is a well-known provider of flexible insurance designed for gig economy workers, delivery drivers, and self-employed people who need adaptable coverage. When you first land on Zego's website, you immediately see their focus on pay-as-you-go and flexible insurance plans. The interface is simple and modern, which makes navigating straightforward. But at times, it feels a little too minimal, leaving some details buried deeper than they should be. Signing up is easy, but the verification process can take longer than expected, especially for drivers who need coverage quickly. One of the biggest strengths of Zego is its pay-as-you-go model. This is ideal for people who don't want to commit to traditional yearly policies, and it works well for delivery drivers who may only work certain hours or days. However, while this flexibility sounds great, the actual cost per hour or per day can add up quickly, sometimes making it more expensive than regular insurance if you're working long hours consistently. This is something to keep in mind before fully committing. The site provides a range of insurance options covering private hire, delivery, and courier work. For Uber drivers and food delivery partners, Zego has direct integrations, which makes activation easier. That said, customer feedback often highlights that making claims with Zego can be more complicated than advertised. The claims process is handled through third-party insurers, and this sometimes creates delays and confusion. Support is offered via live chat and email, but phone support isn't always accessible, which can be frustrating if you're in the middle of an urgent situation. As you explore the dashboard, you'll notice that purchasing or adjusting coverage is very simple. You can top up your policy with just a few clicks. Documentation is generated quickly, and you can access policy details instantly. However, some users report issues with policy cancellations and refunds, where the process isn't as smooth as setting up the policy. These are the kinds of experiences worth mentioning because, while the flexibility is great, the administrative side of things can feel clunky at times. The pricing structure is transparent in theory, but in practice it can be confusing to estimate your total monthly cost because it depends heavily on how much you drive. Many useful links you can find in the description. Overall, the platform is built with freelancers and gig workers in mind, so it does address a very real problem in the market. If you only drive occasionally, Zego's insurance could save you money compared to traditional providers. But if you're a full-time driver, it's important to calculate carefully whether the pay-as-you-go option is truly cost-effective. Another aspect worth reviewing is the mobile experience. Zego has an app that is supposed to make everything quick and easy, from activating policies to managing documents. The app works well for the most part, but it can be buggy. Some users mention being logged out randomly or struggling with payment processing. For a service that drivers rely on for their livelihood, stability is key, and the app could use improvements in that area. Customer support experiences are mixed. While some drivers report fast and helpful responses, others share stories of waiting days for answers. This inconsistency makes it difficult to fully trust the service if you're relying on them during a stressful time, like an accident or breakdown. It's important to keep in mind that because Zego partners with underwriters rather than handling all insurance directly, communication can feel fragmented. The claims process itself is one of the weaker points in Zego's service. While the website advertises a simple process, in reality it can take time, especially when multiple parties are involved. Users who need quick resolution for income-related claims may find this stressful. On the other hand, the ability to purchase coverage in minutes and activate policies instantly is genuinely convenient. It's a trade-off between speed and getting insured and the risk of delays when you need support most. To sum up, Zego Insurance Services does deliver on its promise of flexibility, and for gig workers who value short-term coverage, it can be a great solution. However, the higher costs for heavy usage, occasional technical issues, and inconsistent support mean it's not a perfect option. This is why it's important to weigh your own driving habits and needs before choosing Zego as your main insurance provider. If you found this review useful, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video so you don't miss future honest reviews like this one.